Hello Ship, hope you're doing well today. In today's video I want to share with you how to encounter your future self. One powerful technique. Back then I was introduced this one technique by my coach, and my coach has actually showed me that, and since then I'm doing it and I have really nice results, really great results because of this one technique, and this is actually what I share with you. Also, let's straight jump into the technique. So if you want to encounter your future self or the best version of you, you have to do following things. So I have some instructions that you have to follow, so please take into consideration. The first thing you have to take in consideration is during the whole exercise you keep your eyes closed, because it can be for those who are not used to it, the breathing exercise, you have to I recommend you sit somewhere, or I'm not standing because I'm used to it, but normally you can actually become really tingly and stuff like that and just maybe fall off. So to avoid this kind of things, I want to actually suggest that you sit on a chair, and during the whole exercise be in a place where you are not disturbed, because it takes your concentration, it takes your attention, so you have to be really genuine about it and also really serious about it. So the second thing that you have to take into consideration, we are doing diaphragmal breathing. Diaphragmal breathing is when you put your belly out. When you breathe in, when you breathe out, you put your belly inside. This is the first thing. The second thing is what you do during this breathing is you are breathing through your mouth, through your nose in, through your mouth out. And when you breathe through your mouth, I want to imagine that you're blowing a balloon, so you put your cheeks also blowing up like so. This is actually what you are doing. And after the breathing exercise and during the whole exercise, as I said, you keep your eyes closed. We're doing 30 reps. This counts as one rep. So you do it with all might. If you give it all in, then you feel afterwards a sense of tingliness. This is actually the sense that you've done it right, and because you've done it right, then you will be more receptive towards this exercise. After this exercise, we're doing, after this breathing exercise, we're doing visualization session. This visualization session is actually the core of this exercise, which makes you to encounter your own future self. So if you are ready, let's jump into the exercise.
Prepare to fight.
So what you want to do in a moment is to close your eyes right now. Close your eyes. And now let's start. 10 times. So start breathing. Now imagine how with each and every breath your body becomes soft and loose. Now imagine how with each and every breath it unleashes your imagination. I want you to stop for a moment and remember this time when you're standing in front of a pond, and when you are throwing a pebble inside of the pond, you will see how these ripples are rippling out from the middle to the edge of the pond. Now I want you to imagine that your body is this body water. So every time you are throwing a pebble into the middle of the pond, you feel these ripples of relaxation which floating out throughout your body, floating out your belly, flowing out your spine, and spreading out through all the muscles of your back, going through your shoulders and arms to your fingertips. Now they're going through your, imagine how the ripples of relaxation going through your neck and jaw, through the face, to the skull. I want you to imagine how the ripples of relaxation goes throughout your pelvis and calves, knees, toes, and toes. Now I want to stop for a moment and imagine that you are in a forest. Not just imagine, just really feel it that you're in a forest, in a beautiful forest, and see how it looks like. What the colors might be. And you see over yonder, there's a cabin, and you see how this steam is going up from this cabin. Something is familiar, but what? It is a cabin where your future self is living in. Get closer and get some sense of this. What does it sound like? How does it smell? Now in a moment I want to knock on the cabin and see how your future self is getting out of this cabin, coming from several days from your own future. How does the person look like? Look on the posture, look on the facial expression. How does it look into you? What does it wear? Now I want you to say hello to the future self. Now see how future self is inviting you to going inside of his cabin. Take a look of the interior. How does it look like? How does it smell? What are the noises? Take a good look of it. How your future self invites you to a seat. Take the seat and start a conversation with what I have to focus on most right now in my life. What's the number one thing I have to focus right now in my life? Listen to the answer. Now the second question I want you to ask your future self is, how can I achieve it? How can I achieve it? Listen to the answer. Now ask your own answer. Listen to this question, your own question, and listen to the answer. Now it's already time to leave your future self. Thank you for the time, and get off with the lock cabin. Now step out into the forest, and before you return I want you to make the last turn around and see this log cabin and remember the golden nuggets of wisdom that your future self has shared with you. Now when I count down to 5, I want you to return to the room. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now slowly open your eyes. Welcome back. So how do you feel, Reshaper? How do you feel? Sense of tingliness, of tightness? Do you feel more apart? You can comment it down below, because every time you do it, you have several feelings, and the more you do it, the more receptive you become. As I said in the beginning, the more you are doing the breathing exercise, the harder you do it, the more you're receptive and the better results you get. So it's all about the breathing exercise. You have to go all in. If you don't go all in, it's just a waste of time, maybe for you. But I believe that you go all in. So Reshaper, I hope you got some value from it. What's the number one thing that you got the value from it? Share it in the comments down below. Share it also with your friends or people who might have some value from it. And also give me a like if you got also value from it. I will upload every single day, so make sure also hit the notification bell and subscribe button. And as always, Reshaper, have an awesome day and do not lie to yourself and pursue your passion now.